So I can officially say I've now spent a quarter of my life living in Thailand.
Ooh, nobody gives a shit.
And with good reason. Besides no one giving a shit, there's also no set time frame on when living here will mean you understand Thailand or adapt to Thai society. Some people may do it in a few months, while others may spend their entire lives here sticking out like a sore thumb.
I'm tired of it. I'm absolutely tired of it.
But there are also certain things expats can say when trying to fit into Thailand, which will actually make them look even more out of place than they realize. And some of these are...
Hey man, you know Pattaya?
Holy shit! No! I don't go there. That place is disgusting. Hell, I think I'm gonna be sick even just thinking about it.
Anyway, I'm taking my kids for a holiday there next week. Can you watch our cat while we're gone?
Huh?
While the Thai government is still a few decades off from making Pattaya the global family tourist destination they say they want it to be, if anyone asks me where is my favorite place to holiday in Thailand, I will immediately say Pattaya without any hesitation.
You know what that means. No!
Pattaya is a town that absolutely kicks ass for kids. You have Columbia Pictures Water Park, you've got Ramayana Water Park, you've got Harborland, you've got ice skating, you've got roller skating, you've got Ripley's, you've got Terminal 21, you've got the beach, you've got Jomtien Park, and so many resorts filled with features to have fun with the kids at. And Thai people of all ages love it too.
You know what that...
Shut your fucking mouth!
Friday night traffic from Bangkok to Pattaya isn't crazy because millions of go-go enthusiasts live a TGIF lifestyle. The highway's packed with Thais coming down for their own fun. You'll find young Thais in clubs and bars all over North Pattaya. You'll find mid-20s Thais booking out all of the homestays to catch up and eat with their university friends. And you'll find Thai families at all the awesome hotels and resorts in town packed with amenities for kids to enjoy. And you'll find older Thais getting dragged down there by their families to eat at some of the most popular restaurants in central Thailand that are located in and around Pattaya, like the incredibly popular Baboon. So if you think you're winning brownie points with people by saying Pattaya is dirty every time it's mentioned, you should probably realize you're also kind of saying, I've never been anywhere but the dirty areas. And considering Walking Street, LK Metro, Soi 6 only make up a small portion of Pattaya, it shows you're not particularly trying hard to avoid these areas. So next time you feel like clutching your pearls and scoffing at the mere mention of Pattaya, try to consider that it might be more revealing about what you are doing in Pattaya and what other people envision when thinking of the city. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, it's fucking hot.
I want to start dating seriously, but it's so difficult to meet a girl who doesn't work in the adult entertainment industry here.
Really? Where are you looking for these girls?
Everywhere. Soi 6, gentlemen's clubs.
Beer bars, go-go's, massage parlors, dating apps filled with bar girls looking for customers.
Damn, I have absolutely no idea why you're having such a difficult time then.
This concept that it's difficult to find good girls in Thailand is the equivalent of trying to avoid a needle in a haystack the size of New York City, yet somehow still requiring a tetanus shot every fucking day of the year. Bar girls and their ilk make up less than 1% of the population here. So if you're requesting a map from people to avoid them, you're more so revealing you're either blind or doing a damn good job at seeking them out in the first place. Now, I know some people are like moths to a flame and they get attracted to the bright lights, but outside of very specific areas inside these tourist destinations of Thailand, there is also an abundance of nightlife that isn't filled with bar girls and the sex industry. And let's not pretend that it's any fault of the women here hiding from foreigners. It all comes down to self-control. Now, I've seen it 100 times in my non-tourist town over the last decade. I'll go out for the night and I'll run into a foreigner who will talk about all the beautiful university girls that are everywhere. Now, after a few more drinks, they'll begin to realize all the game that they thought they'd picked up in Pattaya had turned out for naught, as they still have no idea how to flirt or talk with girls who aren't looking for a payday. Then, after a few more beers, everything will come to a head and they'll hurriedly call a grab taxi back to Pattaya in order to find girls who will spread their legs instantly and without effort or confidence on their part. And all without noticing the irony of what type of girls they're looking for and how they want girls to behave when they're around them. Finding a good woman in Thailand isn't difficult. It's guys not being willing to socialize where they won't get their dick wet in a heartbeat that is the real issue here. You have to go where the good women socialize and actually put yourself out there as a man worth getting to know. Hell, Satahip, Shiracha, Bangsan are all within an hour of Pattaya and filled with enormous amounts of these good girl Thai women. So if you're telling everyone they're difficult to find, it really says more about the environment that you're actively choosing to stay in rather than a reflection of the hide-and-seek capabilities of women in Thailand.
I just got back from Isan.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Amazing! The culture, the people, the food, the lifestyle. I loved it. It is truly the real Thailand.
Oh, so the rest of the country is the fake Thailand then?
I know some people love rural life and the extreme cultural shifts of Isan, but using a bucket as a shower and being a smorgasbord for mosquitoes for 3 days also doesn't make you a modern-day Lois and Clark. Hell, I'd consider it a bigger culture shock navigating the streets of Kensington than surviving a long weekend in Khon Kaen. The concept that the only true Thai experience is one that requires squatting when you shit after eating spicy food covered in flies also doesn't bode too well for the 50 million native Thais who don't come from Isan and are quite happy living with 21st century amenities. Are they not real Thais because they don't wear flip-flops to work? Are you now more Thai than them because you drank lao cow with your girlfriend's unemployed brothers at sunrise for half a week? And most importantly, do you think the people of Isan wouldn't demolish their 50-year-old houses for modern 3-story dwellings with high-tech fittings and a brand new Merc in the carport if they had the money to do it? Often when people are praising these areas as more authentic than elsewhere, they're kind of reveling in a poverty-porn experience that they know they get to walk away from in a few days and return to the benefits of 21st century living. Foreigners who actually make the move to Isan and adapt to the lifestyle definitely have a hell of a lot of wisdom and insight to share about the remnants of older culture that you can find in these areas. But don't start acting like you've gone full native and begin shitting on developed areas of Thailand simply because you sat outside your girlfriend's parents' dollar shop in Chayapum watching 7-year-olds whiz past on motorbikes for 2 whole days.
Hey, what do you feel like for dinner? I'm craving some KFC.
What type of fucking Neanderthal moves to Thailand and eats Western food? If you live in Thailand, you should be eating Thai food all day, for every meal, without hesitation. Not bloody KFC.
So you think the over 1,000 KFC restaurants in Thailand only have foreigners as customers?
This is something you mainly hear from people not living in Thailand who somehow think making a ridiculous declaration makes them more endearing to Thai people. But they always seem to neglect the fact that Thai people make up the vast number of customers at these non-Thai restaurants because, after all, there is 70 million of them and maybe 1 million of us here at all times. Most foreigners who live here aren't stupid enough to make these bold statements of only ever eating Thai food, because restricting yourself to only one cuisine for the rest of your life to impress no one is genuinely fucking sad. I've even seen people shit on foreigners who eat at 7-Eleven. There are literally 4 7-Elevens within 500 meters of my house. I think I've seen one white dude in this area in the 8 years I've been here. So we must have veins filled with pure ham and cheese toasties to keep those 4 stores running, I guess. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a lot of native Thai food also isn't particularly healthy. See, there's a massive difference between a 300 baht pad Thai served on Patong Beach to meet the taste standards of 500 daily foreigners and your typical Thai meal served up in a kitchen shed with a lazy dog and a grandparent who considers Charlies as overachievers. In a lot of local restaurants and markets, they often use the cheapest oils possible in incredibly copious amounts with the worst cuts of meat to keep the prices as low as they do here. And it's often then saturated in sugar and salt and served with minimal vegetables. So not eating Thai food 3 times a day can actually be good for your health rather than an obvious sign to bigots that you've failed to integrate here.
Hey, have you seen the flux capacitor anywhere?
Oh, Jesus bloody Christ! This asshole's been in Thailand for 10 years and still can't speak Thai. If I was living here, I'd dedicate every waking second to learning Thai. I'd be a master linguist, a fluent orator, the type of person Thai people would create awards for, like Best Farang in Show. If I was here, I'd show him how a real Farang should behave.
But you're not, are you?
Another favorite of people interested in Thailand who often don't live here is the attempted shaming
Shame
of foreigners who stay here and don't speak Thai, which I always find funny because most people stop their bragging of I shoulda, woulda, coulda arguments in their teenage years. Let me fill you in on a little secret about language confidence. It's like an inverted parabola. The more you learn, the more you realize how little you know and get humbled by how intricate the language is. This is why you'll meet foreigners here shouting things like wasabi krap and kapun ka or Hong Nama Utarai at people while saying that they can speak Thai as good as foreigners who are beautifully fluent at it. Meanwhile, a lot of foreigners who do stay here understand there's a big difference in being able to say, I moved here 10 years ago and now have a wife and kids, and can you explain when the variable rate on a mortgage takes effect, as inflation is probably going to influence the Reserve Bank to drive up interest rates. In other words, they say they can't speak Thai because they understand there's a lot more to a language than exclaiming any English adjective and then screaming mak 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 after it. Now, I'm not for 1 second saying that learning Thai is a waste of time. It really depends on your circumstances here. For example, I don't speak Thai at work because we're a multinational company. When I meet up with my mates on weekends, I'll often go all night speaking only Thai, which means I'm pretty terrible at business Thai, but pretty awesome at speaking rudely with drunk Thai dudes. I mean, fuck, those swear as much as bloody Aussies do. At the same point, if anyone asks me, I'll immediately say I don't speak Thai, because when you hear another Falang speak Thai fluently and effortlessly, you feel the need to humble yourself and say things like Putai mai tarai instead of Putai mak 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 krabroni. Anyway, I'm Logan in Thailand. This is easily, oh my God, I'm so fucking hot. Thanks for watching. See you next video.